we have our countdown timer working, and it is telling us the number of days, hours, minutes, seconds until our target date. And let's make it dynamic so that it is a countdown. And it was a little awkward when we did that in the last video, so I just want to do it again to make it clear for you. So what makes it dynamic is a timed loop, which takes two parameters, a number of milliseconds, and then a callback function, or just a plain function. And so here's what this does. It says it loops every 1,000 milliseconds, so every second. So it will execute this function, then it'll wait 1,000 milliseconds, 1 second, and it'll execute the function again. And so the function, just to be clear, we have to wrap this, all our code, everything we did in this project, inside this function. So I'm just going to select that curly bracket and that parenthesis, and then do Command X. And so we have an opening bracket here, which is the beginning of the function. And the end of the function will be all the way down here at the bottom of our code. But notice it's still inside the onEvent. And so we end the function with this bracket, and then we end the timed loop with this parenthesis, and then since it's the end of a statement, we have a semicolon here. And so let's just indent all of this. And it doesn't like it. I'm not sure what is going on. So we tab it in like that to show that everything is inside this onEvent set screen, and then all of this stuff is inside the timed loop. And so we run that, and we have an unexpected error on 328. And I like that. I think that's fine. Reset run. Don't know why it's doing that. I do. Yeah, I know exactly why. It's because we misspelled function, F-U-N-C-T-I-O-N, and then that clears it up. And so now we should run it and calculate, and this should be dynamic. It'll pop in days, hours, minutes, seconds, and it'll count down. Okay, so now let's play with this a little bit more, make it a little bit neater. We should tell our users that this is 157 days, because we're just kind of looking at numbers. We don't really know what we're looking at here. So let's stop the program from running, and let's add days. So we're setting text of the day label to the number of days. We've got that. That's good. But let's add the word days. So we say plus, quote, and then a space, and then the word days. And so that will add the word days. And we'll do the same thing with hours. We'll do plus, quote, space, hours. And the same thing with minutes. We'll say plus, quote, space, minutes. And the same thing with seconds. And just to show you exactly why we're doing this, let's do plus, quote, no space, seconds. And so when we run this and hit calculate, it nicely displays 157 days, 7 hours, 29 minutes, and 7 seconds, but it's smashed together because it is taking us literally. It is saying, take the number of seconds and add the word seconds. But we want to add a space in the word seconds, and then it looks the way we want it to look. And we have this nice dynamic countdown. It would be nice if we could go back to, or it would be nice if we could actually see Beyonce's birthday. So we could have this show birthday button, and let's stop the code and let's wire that up really quickly because that's easy. So we have our answer screen, and the show birthday button is show button. So let's just go to the code and we can wire up the show button. We can say on event, a click of the show button. So let's just grab this on event, and we'll say on event, if we click the show button, then set screen. That's how we change screens to, and the screen with Beyonce's birthday is called the birthday screen. So if we now run it and do our calculation, now we've wired up this show birthday button. So when we on click of that show button, it will set us to the birthday screen. And then we could do the same thing to wire up this back button, which does nothing now. And we could also do the same thing to wire up this back button, which would theoretically take us to the opening screen, to this screen. But we'll leave that to you. It's the same technique. There you go. A countdown timer showing the difference between a target date and today, and displaying that difference in days, hours, minutes, and seconds that count down dynamically. Thanks for staying with us. Good luck with that.